am Ashmore, and welcome to Missing Pieces. Oh, what is my name? My name is Ashmore. There are many times in life when you may ask yourself, how did I get here? As for me, I have found myself on the outskirts of an alien city. It is miles away from where I've been staying and thousands of light years away from home. While at first this seemed to be everything I hoped for, an escape from Earth, a chance to start over somewhere completely new, the thrill of infinite discovery. I find myself swallowing the bitter pill of frustration and a desire to return to Earth away from all of this. Back to something familiar. I believe this is a narrative game. Upon my arrival, I had to fend for myself. Outside of civilization, the land is barren and uninhabitable. I tried to live in the city, but not being able to communicate with the aliens, I had to withdraw. Fighting the elements, discovering what could be eaten, I am a scientist, not a survivalist, so I had to relearn how to live. Fortunately, I found a crashed spaceship in the wilderness that provided shelter and rations, a spaceship of a group of aliens that refers to themselves as Tome. But resources are limited and I can't survive on abandoned Tome food forever. In my isolation, I have found a wealth of new knowledge. While it is a slow process, I'm beginning to decipher a new language based on writings I found in the spaceship. But intellectual curiosity is not enough to sustain me. I'm done. I must repair my device. I'm ready to return to Earth. Except I originally wanted to leave that place. Ooh, what did I find? Against my better judgment, I will have to ask for help. I don't have the materials I need to fix my capsule. With a broken understanding of one alien language, I will try to find the pieces I need. One of my only leads is a charcoal drawing with the word Kikuna. Ooh, I don't know if I mispronounced that. A shop of rare goods in a city far away from where I've been staying. You hope that what little of this alien tongue you have learned will point you in the right direction. The first being you encounter sits behind a stall on what seems to be the main road entering town. They look knowledgeable enough and you don't have any better leads. Excuse me, Vinrachita, Athufar Rinsampta Tuma. What made you assume that everyone here spoke the same language? This creature looks nothing like the depictions you saw in the crashed ship. Kikuna, Wicha, Way. Oh, do you speak any Tome? Tom Thamarath Tum? Polaria Sanda, Polario Sando. Oh god. Even with the gestures of your hands, this person has no idea what you're saying. You feel a frustration boiling up inside you. Are you going to have to start from scratch again? With a small shrug, the alien tries to communicate again. Klemchendala Uwal. Polario Sanda. This time the alien sounds completely different, perhaps trying a new language? You wonder how many languages there are in this place. Try speaking more slowly. Vinrachita Kikuna. The creature nods as you speak, but shrugs apologetically when you finish. Still no luck. As another wave of frustration rises, you remember the symbol. The charcoal sketch found in the crashed ship of the Tome. You hold it up to the creature. Here, this place, where is it? Janating Vinkatlat. Uwal Naramsi Kalam. You leave the alien behind. Where is this shop? I was holding it upside down. This is the shop. Oh, go to the shop. Okay, I found it. The store is bizarre, but seems to be some sort of traveler's shop. Strange mechanical pieces sit upon shelves along with jars, scrolls, and odd artifacts. The air is filled with a strange spice and incense unlike anything that you have smelled before. It is not long before another creature enters the room. The creature is humanoid. Despite all the differences, their presence fits the shop so perfectly it is hard not to let your guard down. I need help. Moruchi Thuvu. They blink twice and look confused in response, clearly not expecting whatever language you just spoke. Start to wonder more about the Tome, but your thoughts are brought back to the present by the shopkeeper's persistent gaze. Time to try again. My name is Ashmore. Bonthmo Ashmore. You tap your chest twice, hoping the gesture helps. Charla. It seems to have worked. Could be the name of their clothing or their position as shopkeeper, but it still feels like progress. Can you understand me? Meme Nagata Tom Mo. Can't understand a thing she said. This is ridiculous. You are at your wit's end. You have no idea what I'm saying, do you? Tamringata Mo Ama. Of course not. Okay, let's see. How am I supposed to get home if I have to learn 1,000 different languages just to communicate? Why did I think that anyone would be willing to help me? I'm an outsider to these people, and they have no reason to trust me or wish me to succeed. Just like Earth, I feel completely misunderstood, but then something strange happens. A low chuckle breaks you from your frustration. You hadn't even heard anyone else enter the store. Where did you learn this language? Turning around, you see... I learned from broken ship drilling. Mo igamo uma kanjiki ototo. His eyes widen in surprise. Whether from your answer or your honesty, you can't be sure. He recovers quickly. Well, now, can't say I expected to find a non-Tolm speaking Tolm, but that explains it. Though you'll find it's not so common here in the city. I haven't spoken in ages. His eyes look distant. Not much use with our shopkeeper friend here, is it? His eyes sparkle conspiratorially as his gaze cuts to Charla. He makes a gesture you recognize from your time studying Tolm as signaling delight. Delight at your discomfort or at finding a Tolm speaker? What brings you here? What does this creature want? What is his angle? He must have ulterior motives. I need some parts. I was led here by a symbol I found in the ship. A knowing smile crosses his face as he nods. I don't think I'm going to try and attempt the language because I am clearly not good at it. This is one of the best places in town. Well, one of the best if you are short on cash and not so welcome in other parts of town. His eyes, lost in thought for a moment, snap back to me with sudden clarity. I'll help you get what you need for a price. He turns towards the door in the shop and motions for you to follow as he looks back and says something you can't understand to the shopkeeper, who blushes and looks down at his remark. His characteristic grin is back in place. I'm Cope, by the way. You don't have many options. This could either be incredibly stupid or the first step to getting back to Earth. You are trying to assess the creature. It hasn't said anything. What kind of creature would offer help to a stranger and then stay quiet? What kind of creature would offer help to a stranger at all? The silence is suffocating. I feel like I can barely breathe. I remember a word I had often seen in the crashed ship. Destination. In Tamu. Where are you from? Why does he want to know that? How does he know I'm not from here? Your accent is not familiar to me. I recognize a lot of different dialects, but yours seems new. Should I try to leave? I won't press. You don't have to answer. But for what it's worth, I was new to this planet too many years ago. I don't know if this is a trick, some kind of psychological mind game to get me to open up using empathy or lies, but I won't take the bait. From where? Somewhere far from here. I didn't initially come to Kodali to stay, but my life had other plans. Why? That's a long story for another day. I need help. I can help you, but it isn't quite that simple. First, I need something from you. What do you need from me? The favor I ask is very simple. Follow this lane to the outskirts of town. There you will find a farm. I want you to give this note to the owner of that farm. He needs to read it all. Once you have seen him read it, you can come back here and I will help you. His face is unreadable. The expression seems forced on him. It's obvious there is something he isn't telling you. Why can't you deliver it yourself? I made a promise to the person on that farm that he would never see my face again. Cope gives you a look that is subdued and almost wistful. So you've never... When you make a promise, you keep it. What happened between you? A disagreement. What was the disagreement about? Cope shifts uncomfortably. You sense there's more to this story, but decide not to press him further. Alright, I'll do it. Cope looks visibly relieved. Promise me you will have him read the note. Promise, I will have him read it. Alright, how do I get there? Cope pulls something out of his pocket. Here's a map. I've marked the farm. It should only take you a few hours of walking. Okay. strange planet. I'm a scientist, a brilliant one at that, and here I am delivering someone's mail. This Cope character had better make good on his favor when I return. Oh, one more thing. Your tone is terrible. You'll have to do better when you speak to Jalbara. Let's practice. When you use adjectives, you always put the adjective after the noun. Can you form sentences with any other words? The word for language is kunta, and muba means stupid. The word for alien is arat. Attractive is rinky. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. That one? Your efforts are rewarded with another deep baritone laugh. Well done! Now when you ask questions, the word order changes. Put the verb at the very beginning. Oh man. Speak is thamaranth. The word for good is juvam. Oh god. Okay. No, not really. Let's try that again. Now when you ask questions, the word order changes. Put the verb at the very beginning. Okay. Speak is thamaranth. The word for good is juvam. Yes, you do. That should help. It will take much longer to perfect. You'll sound more intelligent now. This is like all about me learning a language? Oh my gosh, I can barely speak English. He's right. The more I use the language, the less I have to think about it. I no longer have to translate word for word. I have a question for you. Yes? You asked me to deliver a letter to a farmer. What's the name of the farmer? His name is Jalbara. He's my brother. Oh, that's sad. There's family disputes. You leave Cope behind and exit the city. I'm going to be terrible at this if this is all about a language. You guys hear me fumble. This is a bad idea. Hardly strayed from my shelter. Now I am exposed out in the open running someone's errands. I am going to be so terrible at this day. The two suns bake my skin from overhead. I wonder if my stubbornness to get off this planet is going to get me killed. But what is this? The air smells perfumed. The air fragrances from before are dissolving into something sweet and aromatic. In fact, it's not just a hut you are approaching. You find yourself in a field, a substantial field that the ends of which you can't even see. My gosh. The horizon isn't red because of the desert air. It seems to be red because of a boundless meadow of flowers. This can't be. On a planet as infertile as this one, how can this be possible? The massive and astounding sprinklers twist over the fields of large flowers that showcase the entire spectrum of colors. There seems to be no clear means of a road or path from your perspective, but the shack remains visible in the distance. Red dandelions the size of sunflowers tower over you as you breach the outer perimeter. Their purple leaves are spiderwebbed with neon pink veins. The heads of these flowers stretch upwards towards the sun, bathing in the rays. You ease and weave your way through the stalks. Thankfully, none of these plants appear to have thorns. Running your hands across the leaves, you become distracted by wonder until, wham! It was off in the distance. Was this a message for me? Unclear, so you keep moving. There seems to be more light up ahead. This was closer now. But who were you talking to? I think I see a clearing coming close. Watch your feet! You stop walking just in time to see an enormous razor-sharp blade at rest inches from your shin. The flowers open up to reveal a large metal contraption equipped with various sizes of saws and scythes. It looks despondent and settled. A rustle from your right side. A creature entirely new to you approaches. He approaches and stops short. Massive, he towers over you. Not menacing, but grounded. A hulking figure in a field of flowers, yet he clearly belongs here. He doesn't really look much at all like Cope, but a familiar glitter in his eyes as he sizes you up suggests you are in the right place. Jalbara? A short nod. Show me your hands. You wonder if he feels threatened by you. Extend hands. Jalbara nods again approvingly. He still seems to be taking stock of you. But why does he want to see your hands? Good. Opposable thumb. Such small amount of dexterity, not completely useless. Of all the favorable evaluations you've received over the years, this just might be the strangest. Oh good, you can speak too, though not particularly well. Maybe there is something to you after all. Yes, you are an off-worlder, no doubt, but you might be up to the task. Unbelievable! Who does this creature think he is to judge my capabilities? I'd like to see him invent interstellar travel. I am more than capable. You slowly regain control of your temper and to find a subtle smile play across Jalbara's lips. Was he baiting you? Good, I've been trying to get this thing going all day. We can't leave it out here when the sprinklers go off. Nothing about this exchange is what you expected. You surprise him on his property, he insults you, and now he wants your help? Enough, you try to give him the note. Here you go, the other side of the harvester. Here, go around the other side of the harvester. I need an extra set of hands. When did I get sucked into doing manual labor? Delivering a note should not be this difficult. I suppose I did say I was capable, plus maybe if I help, he will be more inclined to trust me. Alright, traveler, I need to repair this big Columbo. What I need you to do is simple. We don't have much time. I'm ready. Do you need an explanation? Yes, please. Hand me the right tools while I repair this Columbo. This is an Omelong, my favorite tool. Okay. This is called a Crispiabog. I'm not going to remember these. The Hambaku. I'll need it to turn the combustion marker. The legal, very handy. This is called the Zolma. It makes a nice zooming sound when you turn it. You'll see this is a Shapit. Oh god, sometimes I sometimes use it to sharpen my horns. Finally, this is a Repat. The full name is Repataru Repat, which means double-sided maker. Don't ask me who came up with this. Are you ready? Yeah. I need a Hambaku. Okay. Okay. Need a legal. I think that was this one. Oh, sorry. Okay. Oh, man. Omawang. What was an Omawang? Was it this one? Was it this one? Thank you. Was that right? Oh my god. A Crispiabog. It's not that one. It was that one. Thank you. Oh my gosh, the fact that I'm actually remembering these. A Repat. What was a Repat? I think it was it this one? Oh no, I don't need a Shapit. I need a Repat. Is it that one? Don't need a Zolma. I need a Repat. Is it this one? Oh my god. Ha! Yep. Oh man, this is where I'm gonna fail. I need a Omawang. What was an Omawang? Was it this one? An Omawang. What was an Omawang? It's not, I don't think it's that one. Was it this one? I need an Omawang. What was it this one? Shoot, oh thank God, I'm gonna fail this so bad. I'm so terrible with things like this. Illegal was this one. Okay, was that the last one? Yes, I did it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The harvester springs to life and the many blades begin to pivot and thresh. Thanks for your help. It's almost dinner time. You look like you could use a meal. Try to give him the note again. Hop on board. I'll take you back to the house to get you something to eat. You feel a sense of urgency to finish the task. It should have taken 2 minutes. You want to return to the city to repair your craft and to return to Earth. But you are hungry. You haven't eaten anything solid in days. You wonder if he has pizza. Oh, there's like a whole ass turkey there. Jobar's home is quaint with a sense of orderly care. It doesn't have the lived-in feel you would expect from a farmhouse in the middle of nowhere. You are joined by a slender creature with inquisitive eyes. This is my wife, Lelia. Lelia, I found this lost traveler outside the farmhouse. I'm not lost. Welcome to our humble home. Jobar prepared a stew this morning. His cooking has improved recently. Oh, that's great news. What do you farm, if you don't mind me asking? Not a lot is known about, but when the government discovered the large aquifer deep below the surface out here, they asked me to move onto the land. You look around the house. What an interesting place. Your mind wanders. Given the chance to move out of the crowded city, we didn't hesitate. Away from the crime, the people, it's much safer out here. Now we use the water underneath the sand to create a floricultural ecosystem. Nothing can grow on its own out here. The flowers here are some of the freshest and most organic you can find on this side of the planet due to the wide open space and lack of pollution from the city. But enough about flowers, how do you like your meal? The food presented contains a bitter mixture of spices. Perhaps the texture is appealing to these people, but to me it's just slop. We're gonna lie. And it's very good. Jalbara's face goes through a series of emotions too quickly for me to follow. He looks back to his meal with a sigh. You're a terrible liar. It's fair evaluation. You've never been good at hiding your thoughts even back on Earth. It's not to my taste. Excuse me? No, he's right. It is a little starchy. Jalbara seems angry with me for being honest. Maybe I should diffuse this situation. You finally have the chance to give Jalbara the letter from Cope. Give Cope's letter to Jalbara. What is this? A message from Cope, your brother. Alien facial expressions are still new to me. Is this disgust, disbelief? He takes the letter but doesn't look at it. Why would I ever read another word he has to say? He crumples a note and tosses it over his shoulder. I invite you into my home. I feed you, and you come here to open a scab I've spent years trying to close. I'm done with you. He storms out. Clearly there is more to this story here. You can't leave yet. You feel as if you have not completed your task, and your curiosity is in overdrive. What happened between these two brothers? He never talks about Cope. Lelia looks at you. What I've gathered is this. Cope and my Jalbara are brothers, but not by blood. There was a disagreement between them involving their mother, and when she died, that was the last time they spoke to each other. Every time I ask him about it, Jalbara starts talking in circles. He even says that he doesn't have a brother. She goes and picks up the discarded leather and smooths it out. He's a passionate being, my Jalbara, and a very protective one. It is what made me fall in love with him to begin with, but I won't press for information he doesn't wish to share with me. She hands you the letter and sighs, but who knows, maybe you'll be able to get the story out of him. He's always had a soft spot for outsiders despite his blusters. Oh my gosh. Whew. Oh, the ability to breathe. You find Jalbara at a table outside pruning a flower with thorns the size of your hands. He doesn't look up from his work. Thought I told you to leave. Say nothing. So now you can't say anything? I have nothing to say to you. I understand. Really. He told you what happened, right? Of course he did. He's such a stubborn fool. I'm sure he bragged about it. He clips a dead leaf off of the stalk. We never got along. Not really. But when my parents took him in, I could tell that he really needed someone to be close to. Even though he was older, he always acted like the younger brother, following me around, getting involved in my business. I don't know if I ever wanted a brother. Then when my mother got sick, I vowed to find a solution, go to any lengths to make her well again. If I couldn't make her well again, I would at least try to find something to keep her here for as long as possible. He clips another dead leaf, more aggressive this time. And I did find an experimental procedure not sanctioned by the government or medical community that could have kept her alive. But then Cope turned her against me. How? She said she talked with Cope and that she didn't want to be hooked up to med machines for the rest of her life. That she would take the time she was given to be with her family. She died shortly thereafter. You watch as a strong breeze makes the petals on Jalbara's flower flutter. Never felt so angry in my entire life. I was supposed to feel sadness, mourning. I just wanted to have my mother in my life for as long as possible. What could they not see in that? So I ordered Cope to go. I lost my mother that day. As you watch, Jalbara angrily yanks a blooming flower bud off the stem, and I lost a brother too. The lavender and orange bud rolls onto the sand below. Jalbara's hands tremble. Do you think of those back on Earth that you have left behind, even though you really don't want to? You have not thought about them since you arrived. You feel your heart beat slowly and coldly. You don't miss them. That would be too much. You know you made the right decision by leaving. You don't need to be somewhere you don't belong. But it is hard to realize that in your quest to escape and then in your struggle to survive, you never even thought of the people who have been in your life before, for better or for worse. The thought of them never even crossed your mind. You wonder if your genius of leaving Earth looks like cowardice to them. You pity them. You look sad, newcomer. I did not mean to dishearten you with my family drama. No, your brain may think that, but your face says otherwise. Jolbara sighs. I apologize. Maybe these were things that needed to be said out loud a long time ago. Before you were able to present the letter again, Jolbara quietly takes it from your hand. I expect this will hurt. Will you stay while I read? You nod. Jolbara reads the letter. You watch his face for a moment before looking out over the fields of flowers. The stillness and quiet reminds you of a time on Earth arriving at the lab at 4 in the morning. It was the best time to get work done. No one was there to distract you. Okay. You expect Jolbara to emote something depending on the contents of the letter, but he isn't crying or enraged. He isn't pained with regret. He is stoic in this moment. What did it say? Jolbara clears his throat. Not much, but enough. I assume Cope sent you here in return for a favor. Jolbara takes a small, relatively unremarkable ring off his horn and hands it to you. This will show Cope you've succeeded in your task. Bring this to him. He closes his left fist in sad anguish, forgetting the flowers in it. Thorn pricks his palm. Ow! Are you hurt? He looks at his wound, then to you. No. I should clean this up. Thank you for your help today. He disappears into his house. Whew, everybody's left. You return to the city just as the sky is getting dark. Following the only path familiar to you, you make it back to the Kakuna shop. The interior lights are extinguished, but Cope is seated patiently outside. He rises to his feet when he sees you approaching. The store is closed for the day, but I assumed I would find you here. The shop is closed today? Yes, we will have to come back tomorrow. I transported the letter. Excellent. I knew I could count on you. And what obscenity-laden tirade did he say in return? Tirade did he say in return? He didn't say anything. He asked me to give this to you. You give Cope the ring from Jolbara? Of all the responses, I never could have predicted this. What's with the ring? It's getting late. We should get off the streets. But I know you have been on quite the journey today. You can stay at my place. Good things? The ring is good things, right? It was a quiet walk to Cope's home. He just kept turning the ring over and over in his hand. At one point, he went to slip it on his finger, but seemed to think better of it. You feel an urge to ask, despite your exhaustion from the day. What's with the ring? Yes, of course. It belonged to our mother. I couldn't tell you what is left of her belongings. Jolbara is a sentimental type, but he's also impulsive. He could have kept all of her things to remember her, or he could have thrown them away in a hysterical attempt to forget her. He may not have used his words, but this is everything I need to know. Thank you for delivering this, traveler. I know it's late and you've done so much, but can you help me with one more thing before we sleep? You're tired, dehydrated, and burned out, but something about Cope's optimism is infectious. Okay, perfect. Do you know how to play any instruments? You wonder if he's joking. I know the piccata looks complicated, but it's surprisingly simple. Cope produces a stringed instrument busy with knobs and levers. You wonder whether this is used for making music or as a torture device. All you need to do is put your fingers here and here. Oh gosh. Okay. Playing this instrument is super simple. As the song goes, press the right key when the note hits the mark. Note will run from the top, crossing the mark at the bottom. Mark there, patiently awaiting for the note's arrival. Hit the key at the perfect timing. I wasn't terrible with Guitar Hero, so let's see. Oh gosh, I'm gonna be terrible at this, especially if it starts to speed up. I haven't played Guitar Hero in like so long. Oh no. Oh man. Shoot. Oh, okay. Oh, I don't want to adjust. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. Fudge. Oh, I'm gonna be so terrible at this. Ah! Okay. Here we go. We're gonna kind of maybe cheat a little bit. Shoot. Just enjoy the music because I can't focus on multiple things at once here. Shoot. Shoot! Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna see if 4 fingers will make this a little bit easier for me. And then play it like a piano. I'm sorry if I'm so close to the camera right now. Oh man. Fudge! Okay, that time I almost had it. Okay. I am trying so hard to focus here. Shoot, I missed that one. Fudge. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay. Pull the hair all the way back. Get prepared. Oh, 2 fingers again. It has been so long since I've played like Guitar Hero or anything like that. Believe it or not, when I was a child, I was actually in a Guitar Hero tournament, and I think I won like 2nd place. Oh! Okay. Just focus on the 4 bars. Quit trying to see ahead. I'm not trying to be cocky. I'm trying to build up a confidence with this thing. Oh my gosh. 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 At this point, I don't want to stop playing because I want to beat this. Oh! Oh my gosh. Okay. Alright, you guys, I think I'm going to end this video here because I don't think I'm going to be able to get past this part. Maybe we'll come back to this in, at some point in time. Oh my gosh. I do hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and if you want to try and play this game, see if you can't beat it. If you do, let me know, but the game will be down in the description as always. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and maybe subscribe for more of my content, and as always, I will see you all in the next video, and I hope you all have a beautiful day, a beautiful afternoon, and a wonderful evening. Bye, guys.